Today on CityCast Nashville, the Nashville Shakespeare Festival's summer production of The Merry Wives of Windsor opens tonight, and we're using it as an excuse to talk about Nashville's theater scene. Artistic director Jason Spilbring and Nashville Shakes Conservatory members Aubrey Bagley, Trey Smith, and McKinley Smith are here to take us inside this production and the state of the dramatic arts in Music City. It's Thursday, August 21st. I'm your host, Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. A lot of people may not be like myself, who in high school would stay up real late reading Shakespearean sonnets over the phone to her boyfriend. So for folks who aren't super fans, why should they give this year's Summer Shakespeare Festival a shot?
Oh, great question. And I agree with you. Shakespeare plays were meant to be heard and seen and not read. All of us have this early experience with Shakespeare, sitting in an English class with a really smelly book, reading words we didn't understand. So I apologize on behalf of everybody for their introduction to William Shakespeare, but this summer's offering, The Merry Wives of Windsor, directed by Becky Baker, is just a celebration and a joyful romp. It's accessible, it is fun, it is family-friendly, and it's just a great way. If you are afraid of Shakespeare, this is a perfect Shakespeare play to come out and observe and watch and enjoy at the Yard at One City.
So y'all open August 21st. It runs through September 21st. Why The Merry Wives of Windsor?
You know, when I was first hired, I will be in this position officially as artistic director 1 year on September 2nd. And when I was being interviewed for the job, one of the board members asked, if you get this position, what production would you have us produce next year, this year? And I was a nerd, and I went through and I looked at all of the past history of the Nashville Shakespeare Festival from its founding in 1988 with a production of As You Like It in the corner of the park with a bunch of runaway theater creatives putting on Shakespeare with, car headlights as lights. And I just read through the number of productions, the style of productions, the title, and I was shocked to see that they had not produced The Merry Wives of Windsor in quite some time. It is a romp. It is, as Becky Baker says, she has this amazing tagline. The director, in her preliminary notes, she writes, skirts will swoosh, swords will flash, and hair will fly.
And is there something that makes it extra relevant right now?
The sort of first thing that comes to my mind is how incredibly honest these storytellers are, and the fact that there are two very strong women in the lead, Mistress Page and Mistress Ford. So it's lovely to see a Shakespeare play where there are female presenting creatives driving the story along, and they are smart, they are loving, they are merry, and it's just lovely to see the point of view of these really, really incredibly smart, funny friends that send Falstaff on this crazy roller coaster of a ride for our audience.
So this is a comedy. Woohoo!
It is.
Not a tragedy. A romp. I love that you keep saying romp. Is it long? How long is this performance?
No. That's a great question. With intermission, the first act runs about 55, maybe just about 60 minutes. Then we get a 15-minute intermission, and Act 2 is about the same. It moves beautifully. Becky Baker, our director, has done a really great job of keeping the edits swift and lean, and the story on point. So you're in and out in this wild ride in 2 hours and 15 minutes with intermission.
Oh, I love that, because I just saw the Dolly musical, which was fabulous, but it was about 3 hours and 15 minutes. So I like a shorter production. I like to go to bed early.
Yes, most people do. Yeah. So I'm grateful that Becky found a really great edit, which is common in Shakespeare productions. The director has the power to cut, move, double up characters, remove characters because there are no rights held to it. So she has just really made a beautifully swift, lean, funny comedy.
Have you adapted the text at all to help the audiences connect more? And what era does the show take place in?
Yeah, no, there's nothing really that we do with the text. The text is the text. It's Shakespeare's words. I think people will be incredibly surprised at how easy it is to understand. I think that's the downside of being forced to read Shakespeare in a desk in a classroom with your friends is you predetermine how hard it's going to be. This is not a difficult play to understand. And in my mind, if Shakespeare is well directed and well acted, no Shakespeare title is hard to understand. I keep mentioning Becky Baker. She has set it in traditional setting. It's very Elizabethan. It's sort of a pivot for the Nashville Shakespeare Festival. The music is very period. The costumes and silhouettes are very period. And the locations are very Tudor, English, Elizabethan. So it's going to feel very traditional and I think very exciting for comparison to other past productions that the Nashville Shakespeare Festival produces well and has done well in the past. But she's giving a gentle nod to the origin of this production. And so it's Elizabethan in all of its look and feel. It's lovely.
Well, I have to be honest, Jason, I have not gone to a performance in maybe 20 years. It's been quite some time. So I'm back, baby. I'm back in Nashville. I want you to, though, update me. So what is it like now to go to the summer festival? And now it's at the Yard at One City. Paint the picture for us.
So about 6 years ago, we moved over from the bandshell in Centennial Park to One City for various reasons. And at that time, One City was a brand new complex. There was the Yard, and there's this beautiful, I think it is the largest freestanding sculpture pergola structure on the Yard at One City, which is the canopy that we are under. And it's really beautiful. Just architecturally, it's just very stunning. So over the years, these 6 years, I think we've performed Shakespeare for over 25,000 people in our time there at the Yard at One City. And as we have grown our audiences and our awareness of One City, the One City complex has grown and expanded. And so there are restaurant options and coffee shop options and now very built up. And our patrons can enjoy free parking in a structure. They can enjoy very nice, posh privies for restrooms. We can entertain them with our pre-show concerts and our insight talkbacks with local experts. And there are food trucks and entertainment. So it's a lot of things happening that give it a festival feel.
You know what I love is seeing Shakespeare outside. So why does it feel so magical?
There's just nothing like it. Well, let's speak about the origin. Let's talk about the Globe. Let's talk about where Shakespeare was performing. And it was an open air theater, and it was very active, very lively. A lot of groundlings talking and selling, and a lot of people call and responding back to the performances. It was very, very active, not unlike how active, for example, the Yard at One City is. There are people that are walking their dogs. There are people that are coming out of a restaurant with laughter and joyous conversation as they're walking to their cars. There are trains that go by. There are helicopters. The sort of opposition of being in a darkened theater where the lights go down and you are just kept quiet and your focus is on one thing. Being outside, you are part of the elements and the actors rely on them. So trains go by often and there'll be a little quick aside about the train going by.
Or heckles. Any heckling?
Heckles, bring the heckling on. Let's get back to the origins of this storytelling. There are times in the middle of a play I will just look up and you're looking at the stars and you're watching cars go by and then Shakespeare text is being spoken beautifully and it's a magical time and experience for everyone. This is a very family-friendly production and it's great for dogs on leashes. It's great for picnic baskets and blankets and families. And it's just Shakespeare kind of needs to be outside.
Did y'all hear the news? Two of Nashville's music institutions, Musicians Corner and Lightning 100, are partnering to present Free Fest in Centennial Park. This 3-day Labor Day weekend, pet and kid-friendly music festival is a celebration of free live music. Plus, enjoy delicious local fare, vendors, beer, wine, cocktails, and more. Pull out a blanket, grab a bite, and hear some of the finest musicians from Nashville and beyond. Musicians Corner's Free Fest takes place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, August 29th through the 31st. Do not miss performances by Yola, The Record Company, Judy Blank, Bree Kennedy, The the Brummies, and many more. Then check out Musicians Corner every Friday night in September. FreeFest is presented by Amazon, produced by the nonprofit Centennial Park Conservancy, and supported by CityCast Nashville. Visit musicianscorner.com for the full lineup. Remember that amazing little cafe you discovered last summer with the perfect latte and crazy view? Or that sweet hiking spot your friend told you about? But you can't remember the name. Well, with Overlook Maps, special places never get lost again. Create personal lists of places you've been and want to go. Build your must-visit list for your next vacation, your foodie favorites for date nights, or your weekend getaways when you need to escape. Share your favorite hidden gems with friends and family, or go on and keep your secret spots completely private. Planning a trip with friends? Create a shared list where everyone can add their ideas. Visiting a new city? Check out lists from locals who know the real gems, not just the tourist traps. And here's the best part, folks. No ads cluttering your lists. No one selling your data to advertisers. Just your personal collection of amazing places, organized exactly how you want them. Overlook Maps. Collect, organize, and share the places that matter to you. Download free at overlookmaps.com and check out overlookmaps.com/Nashville to see some of our lists and great spots on a map and in your pocket. Your places, your way. Well, let's talk about the actors.
Yeah.
What's the rehearsal process like for these actors? And are they local or are they coming from all over the country?
Yeah, we're very proud here at Nashville Shakespeare Festival to hire local from all areas, from all creatives to all actors. So our designers are all local, our actors are all local, our stage management team is local. So we are very, very proud of that fact that we hire locally. It's what we lead with. And so they've been in rehearsal for about a month, give or take, and then we open on the 21st.
Y'all, I actually had the opportunity to go to one of these rehearsals at the West End United Methodist Church. In their beautiful theater there, I sat down with 2 actors and an assistant director, all of which had recently graduated from college and joined the 2025 conservatory program of the Nashville Shakespeare Festival. Without further ado, here is that conversation. So let me get this right. You all are working side by side with Nashville professionals. They're actors, they're directors, scene designers, and such. So what is the coolest thing y'all have learned from your mentor?
My name is McKinley Smith, and I am the assistant director for the Merry Wives of Windsor, and I also and I also helped to direct the showcase that we did for Summer Conservatory. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned so far, I think, is to pick and choose your battles within a rehearsal process, because sometimes you might have from a director standpoint and an actor standpoint, you might have a really good idea for something and really have yourself locked on it, and either the director doesn't get it or the actor doesn't get it. Not everyone's on the same page, and sometimes you just have to let that go in the moment so that you can keep trucking through and continue to get done what you want to get done. And then in the nitty gritty, working rehearsals and things, you can go back and touch on what you wanted to do in the first place.
My name is Trey Smith. I'm playing Fenton in the Merry Wives of Windsor. Something that I've really taken away from the conservatory and the process of this production is just working on that professionalism and how to, be a professional actor. Something Jason tells us a lot is be a gem. And so that's something that I think about a lot. It's about being someone that people want to work with.
My name is Aubrey Bagley. The biggest thing that I've gleaned from this process is that it is an extreme privilege to be doing what we're doing, and in some cases paid to do it. And that's just something that I'm really grateful for. And be a gem kind of goes along with that. It's yes, this is what you get to do, not what you have to do. You don't have to. So I think that it's just really beautiful, and it's taught me to really appreciate every time I'm in rehearsals, and also that goes into how hard we work and the kind of effort that we put into these shows.
I'd love to zoom out and talk for a second about the Nashville theater scene as a whole. McKinley, you're studying to be a director. What kind of support have you received from, say, other theater companies here in Nashville?
Yes. The Nashville Repertory Theater has apprenticeships for all technical positions like stage management, directing, things like that. And I'm going to be their directing apprentice for Sister Act in the spring. So that breaking news. I hope I can say that. Please don't kick me out. Street Theater just released the same thing, like a directing apprenticeship application. I've interviewed with them. We'll see what happens. But it's like, all of these theaters don't have to do this. These are paid opportunities as well, which is like unheard of for apprenticeships, internship type stuff. So the fact that they're willing to train me while also making sure that I can still live my life with the money that they give me, it's really awesome. So yeah, I think the Nashville theater community is really great about educational theater for upcoming artists.
I heard earlier that you directed the Conservatory Showcase. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I was, afforded the opportunity to assistant direct the showcase under Katie Bruno.
Oh, and she's the educational director here at the Nashville Shakespeare Festival.
I love Katie Bruno so bad. She is so amazing. I learned so much from her. Katie gave me the opportunity to direct on my own through people's monologues and scenes. And that was like such a cool experience. Like she gave me the reins and allowed me to like grow as a director by just doing. And it was a really awesome experience. And we also were afforded the opportunity to get representation because the Nashville Shakespeare Festival invited agents to the showcase. And some of us have reaped what we have sown. And I'll leave that to others at the table to explain.
Okay, now raise your hand if you have an agent. Oh, let's go, girl.
If you had told Aubrey a year ago that she would have an agent right now, what? Anyways, they invited Misty Griggs, who is an agent with Advantage Talent Agency. And she came, saw my work, and reached out to me and asked if I would like to sign with her. And today I confirmed that I would sign with her. So
it's
fresh. It is fresh. I looked over the contract, all the things. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's all kind of new territory for me. So I think this is a good jumping point. And if it weren't for this conservatory and Katie Bruno and Jason Spellbring, wonderful people, I wouldn't be here.
Well, I wish I could talk to y'all for longer, but I can't because y'all have to rush to the park for your second part of rehearsal today. So before you go, I have to ask the actors, how are you all equipped at handling the hecklers you might have while you're on stage?
It's all about, yes, and there's that improv aspect to it. I've worked at some outdoor theater before where they can get a little rowdy in the crowd and start yelling at you, and you sometimes hopefully have something snappy to say back and keep it going. And they love that, the audience really loves to be included. And so it's a great skill to have, to be able to roll with the punches like that and keep it going and make sure everyone's having fun.
Personally, I love it. I'm excited. It keeps it fresh, our audience, as any audience does in theater. And I'm just excited to see what they do. I hope they heckle, as they said. It's my favorite thing about Shakespeare is that there is no fourth wall. And that really grounds me as an artist. And when unexpected things happen, it helps it stay alive. So yeah, I guess I'll welcome it with open arms.
Wow. Okay, so I was completely blown away by the talent of these young people. I cannot wait to see where their careers take them next. In the meantime, we're all going to come out and support them and see the Merry Wives of Windsor at the Nashville Summer Shakespeare Festival. Break a leg to you all. Now back to my conversation with Jason. Jason, I was looking at your bio, okay, and you, sir, have been a busy man. You've worked at Lincoln Center Theater with the touring company, Cleveland Playhouse, Utah Shakes. What makes Nashville different from these other places as far as theater goers go?
Nothing. This is the best kept secret. Nashville, Tennessee is a major market city. And what I mean by that is I think a lot of actors, and I say actors and creatives, and I mean designers and stage managers and dressers, drapers, you can come here as a creative and thrive. I mean, between the big houses and the small houses and the up and coming theaters and just the range of opportunities for the arts in general is a really well kept secret about Nashville. And I know we are growing faster than people are comfortable with. But the theater scene in Nashville is incredible. And I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to be in a company that serves this community and that hires this community and that provides arts for this community. It's thrilling.
Well, so I noticed on your website, it actually highlights a commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. What does that look like in practice at your festival or in everything that you all do, both on stage and behind the scenes?
We want our stages to reflect our community. So how we build our company is a direct reflection of our Nashville community. And we also aim to make Shakespeare accessible and relevant to anyone who wants to experience it, which is why we offer pay what you will, free Shakespeare. So anybody, the accessibility of that is really, really important to us. And we practice that in what our staff looks like at Nashville Shakespeare Festival. We practice that in how we create our creative teams, our designers, and what that looks like, and how we cast. We want our audience to reflect back and see themselves on stage. So it's very important to us to include and make sure that our community is part of how we are represented here at the Nashville Shakespeare Festival.
We've heard a lot the past few years about the challenges that artists have faced with Metro Arts funding and how hard it is to find rehearsal space for smaller companies here. What's your dream for the future of the theater scene here in Nashville?
Oh my gosh. Donors out there right now.
Right.
Anybody listening that has a checkbook, it's Nashville Shakespeare Festival.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really, really great question because it's a conversation I've had with a lot of other people in leadership around Nashville and not just Nashville proper, but beyond. And in educational theater and smaller theater companies is I dream of a time and place where every theater has a home. And that to me means an office space that reflects the quality of work that they do for our community. Rehearsal spaces so that their productions are able to safely and affordably rehearse performances for the general public, additional theater spaces that are accessible and shared throughout the community, locations that can change, a sort of collaborative hub where and I'm speaking just for my area, which is the theater and performing arts, that there is a hub where all theater arts companies, we have space for storage and scenic build and design and costume storage and build. Nashville is growing so quickly that a lot of companies, including Nashville Shakespeare Festival, do not have a full home in every area. We have offices, but we don't have a shop. So our offices then become the place where we store things. And so we have to find storage in the office that we have for the things that we need. And I dream of a place where every theater company is seen and recognized and given a place to thrive and give back to the community in a way that feels like they're proud of it. That not just the company is proud, but Nashville as a creative arts center is also giving back to those arts companies.
So if you're listening at home, yes, and you would like to donate, where can they go right now?
You can go to our website at nashvilleshakes.org, and there is a drop-down and donate button. But also, our website is full of a lot of really great information. So if you are a first-time Shakespeare attendee and you have so many questions, we literally have a frequently asked questions drop-down for you, and we are updating it constantly. Every time we get a question in that we feel like this is probably more than one person's ask, we create what to expect, what time do the doors open, here's a cast list, here are things to be aware of. So if there's fighting or language use, we make sure that our audience is gifted with all of the information up front so they have the most enjoyable time with us. And so our website at nashvilleshakes.org is just full of really, really helpful information. And all of our email addresses are on that site too. We don't sort of hide that from people. So questions and comments are always welcome.
Oh, well, Jason, this has been such a treat, and I cannot wait to see Merry Wives of Windsor. Thank you.
It's going to be great. Thank you so much.
Hey, y'all, real quick before we go, I have a favor to ask. CityCast is doing our annual listener survey, and it would really help us out if you would take it. Go ahead and visit citycast.fm/survey to take it now. It only takes 7 minutes, and once you take it, you are eligible to win a $250 Visa gift card and CityCast Nashville swag. So again, please take it at citycast.fm/survey. That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. And don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Nashville neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!